Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I am Kim Watkins, your trainer for Thursday, January 24th. This is a level 4 difficulty workout, so if you've been following me, most of the week, we took a sort of a hiatus on Monday for the holiday that we celebrated here in the U.S., but we are on the difficulty level 4, which means that we're pretty much topping out these exercises, the relative nature of the added level of intensity for each of these moves. So let's stand up and start with the 2 warm-up moves. The first is a standing swim, so make sure your shoulders are back. They're relaxed but back. Your chest is high, lifted with your breath. Your tailbone is tucked in. Your abs are engaged. Your feet are touching. You've got one basic tree trunk of a limb on your lower body. Now swim like you're Michael Phelps in the Olympics, bringing one hand back, making a big circle as it lifts up over your head, and then starting the other arm back as you swim through the air freestyle for another 20 seconds. We'll do some jumping jacks to warm up our heart rate a little bit more and just activate the rest of the body in just a moment. 10 more seconds on this standing swim. Really make these big, huge strokes wide and big and controlled. You don't want wet noodles for arm limbs, okay? Now let's do some jumping jacks. Remember to jump out as wide as you can, landing lightly on the balls of your feet. Make sure there's a bend in your knee. Keep your arms again controlled where you touch at the top, and then control the movement on the way down as well. Okay, let's start the 30 seconds on that now. And jump. If you aren't capable of doing jumping jacks in this sort of full body way, make them half jacks. You can easily bend your arms and bring your hands part the way up, to like your head level. Either way, you've got about 10 more seconds left, and I know you can do this. If you're sticking with me on level 4, you're probably able to do a full jack. So, okay. We are down on the floor once again, starting on the left side, which means we're working the right side. So you're going to be on the left side. Your legs are straight, exactly the same way we've been doing this all week long. Now, this time in terms of your arms, you're going to extend your arms, both of your arms up over your head. Now, what that means is that you really need to engage your core, that right hip and the right side of your abs. Really focus on this, because what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath in, you're going to exhale, and you're going to lift both legs at the same time. You're also going to lift both arms and your head and shoulders at the same time as well. Okay? Take a deep breath. Let's start. 30 seconds now. Exhale, lift up and lower back down. Lift up and lower back down. Exhale, lift up and lower back down. Again, control movement in both directions. You've got 15 more seconds. We call this a total body side lying crunch. And you're really, really focusing here on you're on your left side, yes. So the right hip, stabilizer of the right hip in particular. Okay, now you're going to turn over to your tummy. We're going to do a plank again on, we're going to take turns with one hand on your plank today. So get yourself up into plank position, or rather push-up position, where your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. You're gripping the floor with your feet. Your butt is down. You feel your abs engaged. Let's start the 30 seconds. Lift the left hand right now. And if you're feeling kind of crazy, do something fun with your left hand, like do a little wave or some circles. Couple more seconds. Keep it going. I know this hurts. You're totally working that sort of right side of your abdominal cavity. Go ahead and slowly put the left hand back down on the floor. Lift your right hand. Do whatever you did with the left hand while you were moving or stabilizing on the right hand. Lift that right hand now and do your wave or make some circles. Have some fun. I mean, it's a plank on one hand. The free hand should be doing whatever you want it to do. Okay, now let's turn the body over to the right side so that we can work the left side, just like we did before. Extend your arms up over your head. Make sure your legs are straight, your feet are flexed, and exhale. Lift up. 30 seconds are going. Slowly lower back down. Exhale, lift your head, your arms, your legs, everything. You're just resting on the side of your body. and back down. Very good. Very good. This is kind of a very subtle move. Keep it going, by the way. You've got 15 more seconds. It's sort of what I would classify as like micro movement, but it works some ancillary muscles that are so critical to your body's ability to excel in terms of being able to take stairs, being able to run, and being able to incur lots of other types of things without injury. It's really, really important that you're able to stabilize muscles and build strength in muscles that stabilize rather the body. And you're finished, by the way. Turn to your back. We're going to do a jackknife crunch today. And remember, this is the first set, so we've got 3 more moves, and then we're going to take a break and then complete the second set in fairly short order without very much time at all between the moves. So the jackknife now, where your hands are over your head, and you're going to sit all the way up, lifting your head and your chest, your total torso up to about 45 degrees, and at the same time you're lifting your right leg, which is straight up. Touch your hands to the right shin, then slowly lower back, and then repeat the same thing with the left leg. Let's start the 30 seconds now. This is again called a jackknife crunch, and it obviously works your abs in an intense way. It's one step before the V-up, which is a relatively famous Pilates move, which we will be doing tomorrow on Friday, if you're curious, by the way. Kind of like, just so that you'd be ready for that level 5 difficulty. That will be that level 5 difficulty for this ab move. Keep it going. You've got 5 more seconds. Very nice. Okay, let's do the hip bridge now. We're doing a ballerina hip bridge, and today we're doing ballerina bridge kicks. So you're on your back. Your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor, toes and heels in one line, your hands are down by your sides, lift your hips up into the air. I'm going to start the 30 seconds, and you're going to lift your heels up off the floor. Now slowly, with complete control, lift the right knee up, then kick out the right foot, keeping the pointed toe the entire time, because when you put your foot back down, you only want to touch the floor with your toes, the ball of your foot. And then the left. Okay, 30 seconds is going. You're doing great. These are great stability moves. And I guess that's the thing I could say overall about this workout, this series this week, is that they're very, very important stability moves. And for what it's worth, most people, even competitive athletes, and I include myself in this category, you know, I can run marathons, but the truth is sometimes I get plagued by injuries because I don't do enough stability work and strength stability work type stuff. 30 seconds is over, by the way. Now stand up for me. We're going to finish with a squat kick, just like we did yesterday, only today you're going to add a punch with the opposite arm that you're kicking at the same time. All right, so your feet are planted shoulder width apart, toes and heels in line, squat all the way down. As you come up, you're going to lift the right knee, kick out the right foot, and punch with the left hand at the same time. Then squat down again. As you come up the second time, you lift the left knee, kick out the left foot, and punch with the right hand. And let's start the 30 seconds. Keep it going. Keep your back straight. Make sure as you squat down, you shift your weight to your heel so that your knee does not go past the tip of your toes. Very important in a squat. One of the most important things. You also want to press your heels into the floor as you come up. You want to make sure that after you kick, you return your foot to the proper position. And you also want to make sure that when you kick, you keep your foot flexed so that you kick through the heel, and that activates the back of the leg. Now, I've been talking all about perfection of form for such a long time now. Your 30 seconds is over. Let's take a break. And we're going to go back down to the floor. You've got 8 seconds until we start the second set. So go ahead and lie back down on the floor on your left side. Feet are straight. And let's go with that side lying crunch with both the arms and the legs. Okay, 30 seconds is going now. Take a deep breath in. Make sure make sure that you exhale. Oh, as my tongue gets twisted. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you lower back down with control. It's so important. It's so easy to let gravity help you out. And it's so, I mean, again, I call these subtle movements, but the truth is that the other power involved. The gravity and momentum are such subtle forces that work against your control and therefore work against your metabolic output, your caloric sort of output. So the efficiency of the workout so easily gets altered and out of your favor when you let gravity, when you speed up and let gravity help you out or let momentum help you out. It's fascinating, really. Very scientific, very scientific. Okay, turn over to your tummy. Let's do a plank on one hand. So get yourself into plank. And now lift up the left hand. Do what you want for 15 seconds with that left hand. Make a wave, make some circles, make some reverse circles. Do a little punch. We were doing some punches before with the squat. I actually love punches, boxing punches. Gotta credit my friend Roger for that. Roger Grand here in New York City. He's a boxing coach. And let's switch. Left hand down, right hand up. Do what you will in terms of your right hand again. Excellent. Keep it going. Make sure your butt stays down. Keep breathing. That exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, so critical. Okay, now it's time to turn your body down and onto the right side so that we do the upper and lower, the total body side lying crunch. Once again, take a deep breath in, exhale, 30 seconds is going, lift up and back down. Make sure that you really focus on control here. If you fall sort of like out of balance because you're falling forward and you need that hand that we were using, the hand to brace your body before, then go back to the earlier version of the move where you're just lifting up the lower limbs. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, ready? Jackknife crunch is coming up here. Turn to your back. And 30 seconds is going. Remember, with the jackknife, you lift your entire body up off the floor. Squeeze your abs. Don't let the back do your work. And meet the right shin with your fingertips. Then slowly roll back. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift up and meet the left shin up at the top. Very nice. Finishing up with our ballerina bridge kicks and then standing with some squat kicks and our punch. To finish up, you'll be all set in less than 15 minutes for sure. And here we are, Thursday. Another weekend so close. So close. Not quite here yet. Okay, now bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, hands down by your sides. And take a deep breath in. Go ahead and lift those heels up. Let's start the 30 seconds. Right knee up, right leg kick. Gently put the foot back down, the toe back down, and alternate. Remember, you're a ballerina, so gracefulness is so important here. The grace is very, very tantamount to control, right? That's when you think about about power or whatever and strength. You don't always think about the control and the grace that you would need in order to look like a ballerina, but ballerinas are about as strong as you get. If you think about just sheer anatomy. And so we try to invoke that sort of physique style a little bit here and there. And lastly, from the ballerina to the boxer, let's stand up and squat kicks with that opposite arm punch. Go ahead. Stand on up. I'll start the 30 seconds in 3 seconds. And go. Squat, kick with the punch, and back down. Make sure you're punching with the opposite arm. Whichever leg you've started with the kick. Just make sure you're punching with the opposite arm. It's very awkward if you try to punch with the same arm as the leg you're kicking with. So. And this is just a kooky move. Obviously, a boxer would never kick and punch at the same time, but we're not actually engaging in this sort of sport. We're just sort of having some fun here, trying to keep it up. We're going to do some squat jumps tomorrow and really mix it up. So I hope you are excited. Tomorrow is Friday. I will kick your butt in 15 minutes tomorrow morning on Friday, the 25th of January. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness in New York City. And if you're curious, InShape-Fitness.com is where you can find out all the information you need about our team and our philosophy and how we can help you get into better shape and not have to go to the gym to do it. Skip the gym without the guilt. Have a great day.